Hi everyone, welcome back to another partner success session. It's a bit of a mouthful trying to get that out, isn't it? Partner success session. Um, so we've got a few really exciting things that I want to talk about today, before we get into it, just because there are some exciting bonuses on the table. But more importantly, there's some really good business building opportunities sitting underneath each of them, right? So, first up, this is our final month where we can collect the Power of Four bonus. So, I want you to ask yourself, is this something that you can unlock for this month, right? We talked in our last session about exactly where you can track this in your back office. So, if you're not sure where you're sitting, go back and have a look, but I can quickly go over that again today so that we have a little bit of a refresher as well. And yeah, like I said, there's a $200 bonus attached to this. Let's grab that bonus, right? But I want you to actually focus on what's underneath that. So the four new relationships and how adding four new relationships a month to your business can really expand both your business and your impact. So that's the more important thing. Although whenever there's a bonus, we're going to grab that bonus, right? Um, four people that you've started conversations with already, maybe four people in your world, in your circles that you haven't yet had that conversation with. Just really four opportunities to expand, and the $200 is like it's just a little cherry on top, right? Of course. Um, so the other one that I wanted to cover off again is our guided to grow teacher bonus. So this was something that we introduced for just this month only, and I don't know if you guys know, if you've seen a few excited posts from Celine, mentioning that we are going to extend that out a little bit, right? So if you're helping someone move from partner to partner plus in that 10-day window, at the moment you can be picking up a $50 bonus alongside the $150 bonus that that new partner promoting to partner plus picks up. So I love this because it's really starting people strong, and we know how important it is to get those early wins, right? So getting someone moving, helping them see what they can actually do and creating that momentum right from the beginning. But I do want to frame that slightly differently because I want you to have a look at who you have in your team, in your downline, who is in the business but hasn't yet made that jump. Maybe you had someone start earlier in the year and they haven't quite hit that promotion, or maybe they've been around for a little while and the timing hasn't been right for them. And it might be something that you want to approach them and discuss again, right? So, who do you have in your team at the moment sitting to partner level? What would it take for you to help them get to Partner Plus in the next 10 days? The reality is it would be two essentials quad orders. So two essentials quad orders or three everyday essentials bundles. Whatever's popular for you amongst your customers, we can frame it differently depending on the combination of orders. But it's two to three customers that's standing between those partners at partner rank, getting to Partner Plus, unlocking that higher commission rate, so getting that 15%, but getting themselves $150 and you guys picking up $50 as well for really stepping into your leadership and teaching them. So that's an important thing that we've got going and we're extending, I'm really excited to say. So definitely, if you don't know how, ask me, but have a look on your back office under your team and reports tab. You'll have there your team report, which we can get into, but you'll be able to search based on rank. So search who you've got under you who's at partner level, and then reach out to them and see what they're wanting to do, and you can help them get that bonus at the same time as picking up the $50 for you. Now I know there's a lot of things that I could do with $50, so yeah. What else did I want to mention? Yes, okay, so as you can see, we're on the 19th of the month right now. We did just introduce our new early edge bonus. So this one is all about changing the way we approach the month, right? So at the moment, if you can qualify your business by the 20th of the month rather than end of month, kind of like a mini end of month, you can pick up $100 for doing that. So that's really exciting. I want you to think about it as what it does for you as you're heading into the end of the month. Of course, we are always focusing on qualifying our business, but if we're doing that on the 20th rather than the end of the month, we're breathing a little bit easier on that last day, right? And especially those last couple of hours, knowing that that's something we already achieved and we got that extra $100 for doing that. But over time, so this is a bonus that's running from now until December. Over time, getting into the rhythm of getting your business qualified earlier in the month, so around the 20th, is just going to create that new flow and it'll be like a little bit more peaceful. Some of us love the end of month hustle, and some of us, I know, get a little bit anxious about that last day and what that can look like. So, either way, I know all of us love an extra $100 in our pocket. So it's a really cool opportunity to go out and grab that as well. Um, yeah, I think that's all of the announcements that I wanted to cover off. I know you guys, do you have any questions before I get into? I'm going to do a little bit of a look through the back office and just how we can track those few things. So it will be a little bit of a repeat from last week, but I want to take a look at the PB report too, because I think as we're focusing on those clubs and the early edge bonus, we want to be making sure that we can watch that. Actually, yes. Okay, so the other bonus, as you guys know, speaking into clubs and how we were going to have a look at how we track that, the first time qualifiers bonus has changed a little bit now. So rather than it being $100 a month for the first time qualifier across the first 4 months, it's now going to be $100 a month for the new qualifying partner or re-qualifying partner. So if you have someone in your team that hasn't qualified since January of this year, so they're sitting at about like 8 months of not qualifying, they're eligible to do this too. So you want to reach out to them as well. So new first time qualifiers and those that have been out of qualification for a little bit can now unlock $100 a month for qualifying 2 out of a 3 month window. So you'll do it in your first month and then you'll do it in the next couple of consecutive months, either back to back or, sometimes there's a month where you hit it, you might not the next month, and then the following month you can pick that up. So they will get the $100, but you as the teacher will also get the $100 because we really do want to reward that. Everyone's like stepping into your leadership and working with your team to achieve that goal. So $100 a month for you guys, $100 a month for them. Like I said at the start, we've got a lot of bonuses on the table. But how are we watching our numbers to make sure that we are unlocking that full potential? That's what we're going to have a look at now. Does anyone have any questions about anything before I do a little bit of a back office share and we see? No? I'm terrible at looking at the chat, guys. So if there's anything in the chat, I'll circle back. But I'm going to share screen quickly so that we can just have a little dive into the reports and where we're going to be able to see. All right. Okay. Just checking. We are all looking at a back office. Todd's back office to be specific. Okay, great. So the few different things that I want you to be able to track. First of all, as we're looking at our numbers for the Power of Four, which is finishing this month, the primary place that we'll look for that is in our orders tab. So you'll click into here into orders, and then we're going to pop some filters in to make it a little bit more refined, right? Because this is all of your processed orders for all time. But we're looking at the month of August specifically. So we're going to go in here and we're going to change the start date to the 1st of August, end date to the 31st of August so that we've got our window selected there. We're then going to change the customer type so that we're only looking at our own customers rather than our whole team. And from there, the type of customers that we're looking at, right? So we're looking at shipments and we're looking at one times because we're looking at new orders rather than like installments and that kind of thing that go through in between. So we're going to go shipment and one time. And that's everything you want to look at. You can also refine shipment number 1 so that we're only looking at new things this month rather than, for example, maybe Kay over here, she's up to her 15th shipment. Of course, that's not going to count for a Power of Four. We're looking at new relationships. So pop in the number 1 as well. And then we're going to apply that. So at the moment, we can see Todd needs 4 relationships to go out and get that power of 4. Your numbers, if you can bring this up, might look a little bit different. Maybe you've got 2 and you need 2 more. Maybe you've got 1 and you're in 3 more conversations. But this is where you're really going to be able to track those customers that are being added into your business for the month. Now, the other thing is, of course, the 4 relationships can be a different combination. They can be 4 customers. They can be 4 team with their own orders. They can be 2 of each, 3 of one and 1 of the other, different combinations, whatever is working for moving your business forward. If you want to be looking at your teams, you'd pop over here to your team and reports tab and then click my team. And then similar to what we did with the orders, we're going to put in start dates. So we're going to have a look at who started in August, and they're going to pop up here. So here we have Shruti has joined the team. Yay. So actually, Todd does have one on the board for his 4. And we're going to reach out to Todd because, as you can see here, Shruti has not put in any volume yet. So if there'd been an order placed, you'd be able to see the volume here in the team promo column. You'd be able to, but at a glance, with a new team, you're going to see their team promo volume for the month when they've just started, and for them to count, I see that volume is represented there as well. So that is how we're tracking everyone for our power of 4. Now, as we look more at our clubs, so who we've got first time qualifying or re-qualifying, what everyone's PB is at for the month. If you go to the qualifications tab and then look at the PB POB qualifications report. Now here, you're going to be able to see everyone in the team, what their PB is for this month, what is in their PB pending, what they have in their excess, if they've got a little bit of an excess bank there. And then you've got this column here that's your PB remaining, including the pending. So you can remove this if you're not wanting to count pending, which if we're looking at the early edge, we are not counting pending and we are not counting excess. It's paid volume by the 20th. So you might want to change this column, which is something you can do in your filters. So you can include pending yes or include pending no. And then from there, you're going to be able to just click these headings to sort. So you've got the highest at the top, the lowest at the bottom, vice versa. You might want to search at who's got the most volume remaining or who's got the least volume remaining so that you can talk to them about, hey, maybe it's 1 order to go, 2 orders to go, that kind of thing. And then you can also see the months qualified of people in your team, which I want to say, if you have people in your team that are regularly qualifying, that's something to be celebrating. So I would be checking in with them and really honoring that. You know, like I see people that have up to like 124 months qualified, even longer sometimes, right? So if you have someone that's consistently qualifying their business, that's amazing. Reach out to them, honor that, celebrate that. The other thing you can do, like I said, the first time qualifying bonus is now re-qualifiers are able to achieve that as well. So you can use this report here to go back across the last few months and see whose name hasn't been showing up as qualified for January, February, March, April, May, June, and July, and who could be picking up that bonus alongside you. So that's where you want to be looking for those. You can, if you're helping your team beneath, you can search for particular sponsor names. You can apply other different filters. So like maybe you're looking at just like a certain like level below you. Maybe you want to see just people that have, like 1 or 2 orders left. So we're going to look at anyone who has like less than 200 remaining. There's a lot of filters you can apply to really get to the specifics of this. So that's everything I want to say about that. And I would encourage you all to go and have a play with it and get used to what your numbers look like, especially as you're getting yourself into the rhythm of hitting that early edge. Now, the other thing I will, like I said at the start, we'll just revisit the Guided to Grow bonus has been extended. So how are you tracking your partner pluses? Now, I mentioned seeing their team volume in the team report, but the other place you want to look is here in the qualifications tab, the team promo detail report. So Partner Plus is 10 or 30 days. 10 days to get the guided to grow bonus for yourself while you're helping that teamie reach the promotion in the 10-day window. So you would just change this to whatever it is you need to look at. Maybe you want to look at who's been active in your team but not quite made that bonus for the last 3 months. So we look at August, June, and July, and then we would put the window up until the end of August and pop that in. Given that this is a test account, there's not a lot of volume here, so I'm going to extend it out a little bit longer just so that we can get some numbers on the board and see what it would look like. So we'll go back further and then come up to the end of this month. So this is similar to what you're going to see. You're going to have numbers on the screen. You're going to be able to reach out to your team about what their promotions look like based on the information that you can see in front of you. So for example, let's say we've got Mel Murphy. She's at partner level. We want to help her get to partner plus. Her start date would be this date right here, which, like I said, we're way outside of our 10 or 30-day window just so that I could get some volume, but that's where we would be picking up her start date. And then this is the volume that we've got for her. So we'd be tapping her on the shoulder, asking her if this is something she's considered, and then talking to her about what it looks like, which is a combination of 2 to 3 orders. Same with Alexa. We've got Alexa here. She's at partner rank. She has had 2 orders, both on the 3rd of December. We would check in with her. This is her start date here. So again, the numbers aren't great in a test environment. Yours will look better than this, but this is where you'll be able to see very specifically what their start date is, which is then you can calculate from there what their cutoff date would be and then what volume they've had go through. That's everything I really want to show you guys how to do. Then I just want to open the floor to see if anyone has any questions or anything else that I can show you, anything else we can play with, or just anything you want to know.
Question.
Hey, Shona, what's your question?
Hello. I'm kind of following along, but I'm trying to keep up. Um, I'm just in the team promo where you were, and I could see my stuff, but I couldn't see, like, I know that one of my team has a customer that's, paying,
Yeah.
but I can't see any of that stuff when it comes to PV stuff. So,
With the search bar in the top, so you said you've got it open in front of you as well.
yeah,
When
let
you
me just,
initially open that report, it
yeah,
opens for you and all of your business. So it'll show like
yeah,
all of your team under you up until
yeah,
they promote to QSSC or above, and then they get their own sort of like channel. So you switch over to them. But if you know specifically someone has volume and that's who you're reaching out to and who you want to work with, rather than identifying who it is, you can
yeah.
put their name in that search bar. So you see
I
where it says
did that
myself,
and it came up with
change.
no data on me. Yeah. Oh, well, for my downline Kerry, her customer, it just it wasn't showing up that she had anything, and I'm pretty sure she does. So I was just kind of curious what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah, all of her volume should be showing up, especially if you've
Yeah,
got the
it's
right date
not.
range there. But
So if
we
I go,
can,
because I know that she just signed on a new bundle, like
yeah,
as of the 17th of the 8th. So
okay. So she would just even be within this month.
yeah, so I,
Um,
I know that it's there, but it's saying no data. And I'm like, that's weird.
okay,
I
very
mean, we
weird.
could maybe talk about it outside if you
I was
want.
gonna
It
say if
could be a
we,
my system thing. I don't know, but I can't see it. Like I saw it originally there, but when I go deeper into it, it won't show me
okay. I would want to make sure for certain that everything went through okay with that order. So I
yeah
reckon we'll just chat afterwards
later.
and I'll grab
Yeah,
the order number from you and make sure that I'm seeing it and everything is where it should be, that
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. That sounds good.
But you're
Thank
in the
you.
right place and you're doing the right things, and that's what's important.
I'm just trying to really learn about all this stuff because I think it's so helpful when trying to work out things like I'm going to find out who all my essential quads customers are and send them some stuff. Yeah, some customer love, really. Like some information and yeah, maybe potentially even getting on a call doing a mud mask or something.
Yeah,
Um,
cute. I think that's amazing because that's really good customer care and that's going to be a customer retained. And a customer retained is easier than a customer gained.
yeah,
So definitely, yeah, like that's an extra layer of customer care and love that you're putting on your customers. So that's really good to be doing.
yeah, I did it with one of my team members last week. We got on and we did a mud mask together, and our next mission is to have the cacao with the mud mask with the meditation.
Yes.
So I thought it'd
Leveling
be
up that
fun.
self-care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of fun and
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. And the customers are here for the amazing product, obviously, of course, but they're also here for the relationship. And I
yeah,
do think the community and the relationship is, I don't want to say the star of the show. I don't want to take away from the products, but it is like they're
yeah,
right there alongside each other, right? They work together. So
yeah.
you're really fostering that, and that's important.
Just trying to make business fun too for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, if
Thanks,
anyone
Chris.
else has any other questions, otherwise, I'm going to switch off the recording. Thank you for everyone watching this in the future. And if you have any questions, anyone watching back, just let me know and I'm happy to help. And let's grab some bonuses this month, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Corinne.